Hi guys, Angry Plain Jane here. I just want to show a little thing I've been doing to help organize my mess that is my pattern collection. Yay! I'm an addict. You can never have too many patterns, especially if you need all the help you can get. I'm going from this all too painful familiar mess to this less nightmarish, beautiful, organized-ish mess. Yay. Be jealous. Actually, don't be jealous. This is a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. You can find your own ways. This is a mix of all the stuff I've been finding on Pinterest, because I have to be special. I have to find something that works for me, and you should too. But this is how I do it. I have a zipper binder, so if anything wants to kersplode, it can kersplode in the binder. You're going to want clear sheet protectors. Doesn't matter, it can be glossy, it can be flat, whatever boats you float or you have on hand. Some labeling system of some sort. Ta-da! Yay! A heat element, preferably an iron. And I learned the hard way on this project, you want parchment paper, because that happens to your iron. It gets so nasty and gnarly, and I'm still cleaning it. Sharp things, don't use your fabric ones, it's not worth it. Get some nicer than craft scissors, but not quite fabric scissors. Nice in between. If you're a crafter like me, you've got 4 or 5 pairs of scissors for every little. Yeah. Next up, the wonderful clam, preferably felted. Everybody else on the Pinterest recommended the felted. I understand why. It has a little more grip and it doesn't tear stuff, which is wonderful. Iron-on interfacing. That is what I use to back my stuff. I have tons and tons of the stuff. Follow the directions, everyone's different. And last but not least, yay, the pattern that never goes back in the bag. You can print out your labels, you can write your labels, you can do whatever you want for your labels. My only recommendation is you put that code, ta-da, and that's what I use. Everyone's code's a little different. Every different brand, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. So we have McCall stickers. One is going to go on your hanger. Let me tell you, this is exciting. Nice and organized. Make sure I put it on the right side. Ta-da! One goes on your sheet. It's a little wrinkled, but I'm cheap. I'm gonna keep using it till it falls apart. Next up, remove your pattern and bits. There's your, whatchamacallit, directions. That off to the side. Keep that out. I make sure it gets flat. Takes up the whole thing. Ready for the binder. Now here's where the iron comes in. Go ahead and get it to the temperature you need. This is a great way to reuse, or not reuse, but use up the scraps from your interfacing projects and other things. This has all been pre-cut because I've used it before, but it's the same premise. When you cut out a new pattern, you don't have to get it next to the line. You can get it as far out as you like, whatever makes you comfortable. By the time we're done, we're just gonna cut around it. Have your piece of parchment paper and make sure you can actually read your directions. You don't want them flipped around backward, sideways, then you have more to remember. So just go in from one corner and work your way in. Your parchment paper will get stuck on the adhesive, which is better than your iron getting stuck on the adhesive. So just roll with the punches. It's starting to look way better. It's almost like a brand new pattern. Woo! And work your way out. I like to go middle, right, left. You can come up with your own system. That's just personal preference. I like sitting on the edges for a second. About 3 seconds or so, not even. Just make sure the corners are doing what you want them to do, and that's stick. Voila. Next, you just cut it out of the interfacing. You can do it exact, you can do it close, far away, whatever you desire. But pretty much this is how you do big pieces, small pieces. The big pieces are a pain because you got to start on one end and then drape the rest off the ironing board and work it all the way up and all the way through with the middle, right, left, middle, right, left, middle, right, left. And that's big enough to reuse it one more time somewhere else. Waste not, want not. Have like a box of scrap interfacing started. But there you are. Alright, for your massive pieces, yay, lay out your interfacing, work out where you've left off, whatnot. Kind of cheat, use your straight edges where you can as a guide. Follow as close as you're comfortable to your edges that are previously cut. Follow that straight edge as good as we can. Once again, parchment paper, pick a corner. And start rolling. Middle, work your way right, left, right, left, right. And this gets boring, so I'm going to speed it up for you guys. Want to show you guys some of the troubleshooting. After you cut, sometimes the paper likes to separate. No worries. especially the larger pieces. If you screw up this a little bit and get all these little wrinkles, don't worry, you're just gonna get better with it over time. I am still learning myself. So just iron those wrinkles down as good as you can. I like this method a lot because it allows me to save a lot of the vintage and used patterns that I find at the thrift stores. Once again, as I've said, I'm cheap. Let's go over it slowly. The more patterns you do, the better you'll get. Now that all your pieces are now ironed to your interfacing, line them up nice and friendly. Take your hanger, open her up. Whoop! Try not to slip up. Voila! Never fear, if you're too timid to get started on a pattern, just cut and go. Plenty of scraps. Practice, practice, practice. You can find out if the texture is even heavy enough or light enough for you to work with. You might even find out you hate it before you even get started. So let me know if this works for you in the comments below. Also, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead, like, subscribe. I also have prints available on my online store. All the links and all the goodies are down below. I'll see you guys in the hallways.